Model railroaders are rolling into Campbell River this weekend, putting on a big show on a small scale. As A News reporter Gord Kurbis shows us now, the event is on track to bring in a record number of visitors.
It starts as an empty room, but in no time at all, hobbyists are transforming the Campbell River Museum into a world designed for train enthusiasts.
Definitely a mix of families, lots of young kids, but lots of couples come in too, and it's truly a cradle to grave kind of audience.
Unloading from their caboose-shaped trailer, members of the North Island model railroaders are packing in pieces of all shapes and sizes. It's a display that does sometimes visit other areas of the province, but this weekend it will be delighting locals.
Last year and the year before we broke the records, 2 years running, so it seems to be an event that has a long shelf life and has renewed interest. I guess as new kids come on board.
The hobbyists come from various backgrounds, but they're all on track with the pastime because of their shared love of trains.
Well, there's a lot of camaraderie. The hobby is really interesting, but there's so many aspects to it. And nowadays, there's a lot of people that are just building a model railroad so they can operate it with their computers. So, it's really come into the computer era.
But like many hobbies, finding new blood to get on board with model railroading has its challenges.
Younger people just, for various reasons, they're not getting into the hobby. Of course, the computer thing's taking a lot of people away from all kinds of hobbies. And the cost of it, although this hobby compared to a lot of them is cheaper than a lot of the other hobbies.
The quality of the models are much better now than it was when I started. And I've been in it now about 40 years. And the realism is tremendous nowadays. The engines run a lot better.
Is it easy to get kind of carried away?
Yeah, it is easy to get carried away, especially nowadays because there's so much available.
But who among us can resist the sound of the train heading down the tracks?
Growing up in Canada, everybody has a relationship to trains. I think as you travel to Trans-Canada, for example, you're always kind of hugging the rail line somewhere. The country's history has just been so dependent on the building of rail lines that anywhere you live, you know trains. So I think in some ways it's part of our culture in a sense.
The displays will be up at the Campbell River Museum on Saturday from noon till 5 and Sunday from noon till 4. In Campbell River, Gord Kurbis, A News.